Logic Pro for iPad is a fantastic software for music production, creating beats, recording vocals and much more. My name is Thomas Foster, and in this multi-part tutorial series I will provide you with a quick and easily understandable introduction to Logic Pro by Apple for the iPad. Good to have you here, let's go! So something like this should be the first thing you see in Logic Pro. Let's click the plus icon to create a new song. Now we have to decide if we want to load a demo project or if we want to create some tracks or live loops. We want to create some tracks. All right, here we are. And now Logic asks us to create a new track. So this could be an audio track where you can record audio, maybe vocals or a guitar, or you import some audio, or we can create a MIDI track. On a MIDI track you can load a software instrument, and on this software instrument you can create notes that you can hear. So let's do this. We click on MIDI, and here is our first MIDI track. That's pretty cool. Now we have to load a first sound. And here you see all the sounds you have installed. And what we want is a drum sound. So let's click on drums. One more time. Here we are. And we see here now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different drum kits. So what would we like to do? Maybe we make a lo-fi funk track. Okay, that sounds cool. Let's load this. So now I would like to change to the horizontal look, so we see a little bit more of what we are doing. So there are different ways to create notes on a track. That's what we want to do now. So to do this, there are many ways. Let's create some notes in an editor. So let's click here on this button with a single click. And now we can create a pattern region. If you want to create notes for a piano, maybe the MIDI region is better. There you could create feather roads or a piano or a guitar or whatever. We would like to make a drum pattern in this electronic drum instrument here. So we go to create pattern region. And here is a pattern over 4 bars. Because we want to play it in a loop, we click this button here. And now this is yellow. We also can change this, but 4 bars is exactly what we want. We have a 4 bars pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's click the play button to hear this 4 bars. Sure, at the moment we hear nothing. What we can hear is the metronome. Let's click on the metronome. So we can hear the tempo. So maybe this is too fast, so we can change the tempo, scroll down a little bit, or we scroll up a little bit. 120, no, maybe we go down to something like 105. That's pretty cool. Let's give away the click, but we keep on playing. You see, the cursor is moving over these 4 bars that we have now in a cycle. So now we want to open the editor. To do this, we double click this pattern here, and now we say edit. And the next thing we say is show in editor. And here we have the step sequencer. The first thing we want to do is we want to place a bass drum on 1. And always when the playhead is moving over this kick, we hear the kick. So let's place a second on the number 9. You see, you always have 4 and then there is a little space. So this is 4, this is 8, here number 9. We create a second kick. Okay. The snare drum we want to place on 2 and 4. So this is the first after the space, and after the third space, another one. Sounds pretty cool. Maybe we want to add a clap on top of the snare. So why don't we clap here and here? I like it. To make it a little bit more interesting, we cancel this kick here and place it here. Better. Or maybe one later, one before the snare and two after. That sounds pretty cool. Now we want a hi-hat. You see here the hi-hat, right? We have now a kick, a snare, a clap. Let's add a hi-hat. The fastest way to do this is simply like this. So you can play around to create an interesting pattern. But let's create a very simple pattern by clicking the first one, the third, the fifth, and the second one is a space, and this is a space, and so on and so on. So this is very straight, right? To make it more interesting, we could add another hi-hat like this. Or like that. Or we could add another sound. What's about the rim? Why don't we add the rim in front of the first snare? Oh, I don't like it. That's nice. If you scroll down, you find more sounds that you could add. I don't like this one. Why don't we place something here? That's nice. What's about the shaker? 1, 2, 3. After the second space, 1, 2, 3. And we still could change the tempo a little bit. Let's go down. Or we go up a little bit. And now we say stop. So if this sounds like this on your iPad, I say congratulations. You created your first beat in Logic Pro on the iPad right now. That's pretty cool. In the second tutorial, I show you how to create more instruments like a piano, like a bass. We create a little arrangement. So thanks for watching. Always stay creative. Cheers. My name is Thomas Foster and this is my YouTube or Facebook channel Thomas Foster Music Production, which is all about music production. Here you will find tutorials on the most important DAWs or music programs, the most important plugins, and I'll show you how to produce the current sound of the charts and the clubs. If you have any questions about this video or more generally about music production, just write me in the comments. I'll answer all your questions. Of course, I'm also happy about a simple feedback or suggestion for another video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss any of my videos. At this point, I say thank you for being there. Always stay creative. Cheers!